Welcome to another video with Ellie and Lucas. Today we wanted to, and we're so excited for this video, we've been waiting for it since August 18th. We wanted to try some different foods that you can find in both Germany and the US. So for example, like American Jell-O, how does it compare to German Jell-O? And German pretzels, like the small crunchy ones, how do they compare to American pretzels? We're so excited, but first we have to do a bunch of prep work and start making the Jell-O and the brownies.
We're gonna be really stuffed by the end of today. Okay, as you can see on our table, we have everything laid out, more or less. We're done cooking. We made some brownies, we made some Jell-O. There's different kinds of rice and noodles with bolognese and tomato soup. So those are all the things we cooked. And then we have various different chocolates and some ketchup and some pretzels and stuff like that. And you'll get to hear probably all of them more specifically when we try them out. Ellie is blindfolded, so she's all set to go.
So what we're doing here is we're taste testing. So we're going to say for the ketchup. So Lucas will give me one version of ketchup and then the other country's version of ketchup. And I'm going to see if I can guess which one is the American one and which one is the German one.
And we tried to get exact things. So like for instance, we have Pringles that we bought from an American store and Pringles that we bought from a German store. So if we could, we would try to get the same brand, same thing.
But like the Milka.
Yeah, but in some cases that wasn't like so possible, especially in the cases of like the beer or the Milkas or stuff like that. But we tried to make it all as exact as possible.
So like the beers, of course, you can't find. I mean, I did find Paulaner in World Market. If you've ever been there, it's a really great store. But Lucas at that point didn't want me to get it because since it was made in Germany, he thought that we couldn't really taste the difference between the imported versions. I know that the Milka is also imported, so that will probably taste the same. But some things like Lindt chocolate, for example, is made in Germany, but it is also made in the US, even though it's primarily like a European chocolate. So there, I do think you will find a taste difference. So
I think basically then we're grading on, can you tell a difference? And then like, which one do you think is what? Which one's the German and which one's the American? First up is tomato soup. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup number one.
I see. I think that's the American one, but I need to try the second one to be sure. I think the second one is the American one because it's more flavorful. It's more like pungent.
So we have, for beers, we have the a Radler from Germany, and then we're going to compare it.
They're my favorite.
To
used to be
a Kugel's beer, which they're pretty popular for their like summer shandy, which is basically also like a Radler. So those are those two kinds.
Excuse me. Beer makes me do that.
Okay. Moving on.
Lindt.
So we also have Lindt and Rittersport. And Ellie went through lots of trouble to find a Rittersport in the U.S. And
Dear
they
God.
do have them at like our Walmarts, but it took her multiple trips to find like the exact same flavor. We'll see if she notices. They do both say products from Germany, but we will see what happens.
I think the first one tasted a tad bit sweeter to me. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know if I can really tell a difference.
Last up is Jell-O. So Ellie's tasting two different raspberry Jell-Os.
And to be clear, one of these, we got two different kinds of German Jell-Os. One of them was the instant one, and the other one was like just the little flavor packet that you had to add sugar to. I think the second one is the German one because it tastes less sweet.
That was all your food items.
Can I take off?
Yes, you may take off your bandana.
Oh God.
You were right on almost everything, so it's faster to say what you were wrong about.
Okay.
So you got the ketchup wrong. Ellie thought the German one was American and vice versa, although she did notice she could taste a difference. The only thing you could not tell a difference on was the Rittersport, and that makes sense because they're both produced in the same
German.
place, so they really should be the same.
And so was I right on? I have brownie on my...
Well, since you couldn't tell the difference, I put that down as you didn't know what was what. Okay. So the ketchup she got wrong. She didn't know which country was which, although she could tell a difference. Then there's the Snickers. She also said she could tell a difference, but she still did not say the right country. And your big theme was always the things you thought were the sweetest you thought were from America, but that was not always seemingly the case. And then also the Lindt. So basically you can't tell German chocolate from American, or German chocolate sweeter than you think it is.
I mean, you can
also thought the Lindt was not what they were.
You can tell, like, if you're getting German chocolate compared to, like, your American Hershey's, because the Hershey's is usually more grainy.
Well, sure, that's
but
hugely
this was not the
different brands.
case. It's the same company.
But everything else she was quite spot on about.
Even the brownies?
The brownies you got right, although she was very unsure for a long time, but she did eventually settle on a choice, and she was correct about the brownies. So that out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things, Ellie got 4. Only 4 out of 11 wrong. Next up, it's my turn.
I wanted to share with you that Spotted Cow is special because it adheres to the Reinheitsgebot purity law, which is a special purity law that apparently you have in Germany for your beer. And I just thought it was cool because this is what it says on the label.
What?
Your face! Blech.
I think this one was the German one, and the first one was the Spotted Cow.
Now we will move on to ramen so I can make some place on our ricey table. Open.
Between these two, I can't tell a difference. I know when we bought them both being like the beef, quote unquote, flavor on purpose. I can't really tell. But I'll make a guess and say the first one was the German one.
Okay.
Jell-O time.
Here you are.
Jell-O. There's a little difference.
Alright, you may remove the mask.
Yay!
Here we are. So, you had 5 right and 4 wrong. Well, some of them, like the ramen, Pringles, and Milka, you said you couldn't tell a difference. So then the only one you were really wrong on was the brownies.
Oh, that's sad.
So yes, you were correct on the beer, the bolognese, the rice, the Snickers, and the Jell-O.
Okay, well, Ellie munches on the rest of her rice because this whole smorgasbord is our supper for the day. I'll say thank you and for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe if you're new. And we will see you on Sunday for the next video. Bye-bye.
Mark. The German one comes with its own baking pan inside. How cool is that? I mean, it's wasteful if you have your own, but I'm excited.
Well, I guess since you're blindfolded, I get to talk.
Because I'm blind doesn't mean I can't talk.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So, Ellie's starting with tomato soup, which somehow I don't have spoons for. Ready?
Maybe. Is it hard?
I don't know.
No, it's fine.
Well, now you tasted it.
Well, now I want some more.
And thus, 7 out of 11.
Are we allowed to drink beer on our channel?
Sure.
Okay.